Question 8. We've got the first 5 terms in 2 sequences, and we're asked for the next term in the sequence. Now, a lot of time when you get this question, it's just going up in 3s, or it's going up in 4s, or it's going up in 5s. But look at all the numbers in the sequence to make sure you definitely know what's happening. Because if I just go, 3 to 6, it's going up in 3s, and I add 3 onto the end here, I'm going to get it wrong. I need to carefully check every number. I'm adding 3, then I'm adding 6, then I'm adding 12. It's not going up in 3s. I think the most obvious thing that you can see here is that these numbers are doubling every time. 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, 24 times 2 is 48. So we've got to do 48 times 2. You've got a calculator. Do it on your calculator. 48 times 2, you're going to get 96. Just make sure it works for every single number in the sequence. Okay, 3 to 4, so we're going to add 1, then we're adding 3, then we're adding 5 to go from 7 to 12, then we're adding 7 to go from 12 to 19. So clearly there's a pattern here. It's not just going up in 1s or 3s or 5s, it's going up in odd numbers. Add 1, add 3, add 5, add 7. Hopefully you can see that the next thing we're going to have to do is add 9. 19 add 9, 28. It's a dead simple calculation, but just check it on your calculator if you've got one there, just to make sure you've not written something silly. Okay, the second term in the sequence using this rule is 13. So we've got a rule. The rule says, start with the term, times 3, take away 2. So the second one is 13. What's the third one? Well, the third one comes after, doesn't it? So this is about finding the next term. So all I need to do is put 13 into this input-output machine, and I'll have my answer. So 13 times 3 is 39. 39 take away 2 is 37. That's my next number in the sequence. Sixth term in a different sequence using this same rule is 154. What's the fifth term? So we're going backwards now. We've got the sixth term. We want to find the number that came before it. So we want to find the number that came before it. We're going to have to do all of these operations backwards. We're going to put 154 in this end and work backwards. If we're going to work backwards, we're going to be doing the opposite. 154 plus 2. 156, that's going to be your first mark, just writing down 156. 156 divide by 3. This calculator is becoming important. Did you bring one in for your exam? 52. That's our answer, 52. Okay, don't just stop there, double check it. Have you done everything right? Put 52 back into here and see if it works. 52 times 3 is 156. Take away 2 is 154. Yeah, it works. You can check it both ways. First term in another sequence using this rule is 1. So the same rule again. There's a different sequence. Describe the sequence. Saw lots of people going like this. Well, let's put 1 into it. 1 times by 3 take away 2 is going to give me 1. That's correct. You've worked out the second term in the sequence. But you haven't answered the question because it says describe the sequence. Okay, so we've got to describe the full sequence. Well, alright, well that was our second term, wasn't it? That was our second term. So let's try our third term. Let's put the second term in and see what we get. Well, the second term is 1, so 1 times 3, take away 2. The third term is also 1. And I think by now you've realised that every single term in this sequence is going to be 1. So describe the sequence. Every term in the sequence is 1. You don't have to write a full sentence like that, but that's a nice way of describing it. Even if you just put something like, they're all 1, you're going to get the marks. Or it's always 1, something along those lines.